Strilla, how have the boys pulled up from the cup on Sunday?
Well, physically very good. I mean, that was our first hit out. We didn't have any friendly games, and to play 120 minutes, and I thought at a very good level with a lot of new players. I thought it was very, very good performance, and the way they ran out the 120, even after the break, was excellent. I mean, we had a chance right towards the end of that second period of extra time, and Rizzo made a full pitch run all the way down the line. So it was good to see that, and disappointing result. I think against a team like Wellington, if you go 1-0 down, that's very they've done it many times. They make it very difficult. But I thought we had our chances, and we got back into the game, and then I think we took the momentum into that first period of extra time, and then that lightning break sort of broke it a little bit, but I still thought we were good in that extra time period. And then, once it goes to penalties, it's one of those things. I mean, we had a chance to win it, and obviously, we've seen that many, many times. The penalty is a lottery, and but the effort from the boys was excellent.
Did that lightning break have any impact on the I guess the fitness or the levels that they were able to sustain it all, given that you were able to come off and kind of have a bit of a breather?
It's happened to me before when I was in Chicago that during COVID, we had a pre-season tournament wherever all the teams came there, but it was in Florida. So there was I think the Club World Cup had the same problems where they had the lightning breaks, and then you got to wait 30 minutes and keep waiting. And the experience there was you honestly don't know how you're going to come back out, because you could be on top and then it's all of a sudden like some players can react well. I thought generally we were fine. I just thought the momentum was really good going into that first period, and then it's sort of the half an hour just leveled it out a little bit. I still thought we were comfortable, but I don't think it wasn't as big an impact. Maybe one or two players I felt like they couldn't get out of second gear, but generally it was it's just a bit of a leveler.
How's Scott pulled up as well? He obviously came off. Looked like maybe was it a bit of cramp?
It was cramp, yeah. So he's all right, and like I said, it was a soggy, muddy pitch, and it was difficult. Not the whole pitch, but there's some areas were a lot worse. But he put in a great shift as well. Playing now a different style, a little bit more aggressive. Thought him, Caltech when he came on. I mean, it's just shame we couldn't start with these guys in this match, but you could see the difference in the quality, and just these guys are going to add so much to the team. And we still had a lot of players that are out, so he'll be fine.
No Nick Pennington, Luke Amos or Lachie Wales on the weekend. How far away are they from kind of beginning with pre-season?
Wales and Amos were training today, so we're just missing by a few days, really, to be honest. And Frenny as well, who played so well in the last 4 games of the last year. These guys, unfortunately, just coming in off the back of last season with a few niggles, and then we just didn't want to risk them.
So is that just a matter of days? Are they any chance on Thursday evening?
Yeah, they are. But again, we're not going to take any risk. I think you'll see some players that weren't available in the Cup that are going to get some minutes against Milan. But again, this is a great occasion for everyone, but we still want to make sure that everybody's fit to play however minutes they're going to play.
How will you treat this game? Is it purely just pre-season minutes?
Well, I mean, it's a pre-season game, and it's a great opportunity for us to get games here in Perth, which is always a difficult thing for us. But to play against AC Milan or any top team is always a special occasion, and we're going to treat it like that. But in saying that, if you saw the games that they played against Arsenal and Liverpool leading into this, it's just a fantastic squad, a very, very good transition team. So, they can sit back and then just hit you in a few seconds. And that's what they did to Liverpool. They scored basically 4 goals like that, soaking up a lot of pressure and comfortably then going forward. So the type of game will be interesting to see if they do that against us or they have more of the possession. Because in the last 2 games they had less possession but dangerous on the counter-attack. But the quality in the squad is just unbelievable. It's just, and they've just added. They were already one of the best transition teams last year, and they've added to that squad. But again, we're going to relish the occasion and make sure that, for all the players, we get the learnings out of it.
Have any of your boys approached you looking for a specific job during the game or an opportunity?
They're all approaching me to play, that's for sure. So I think everybody wants to play, and the players don't approach me, I want to do this or that or play this or that. Everybody wants to be a part of it. But to be honest, from the start of this pre-season, it's like, this new training venue, everything is, we spoke about it last year a lot. About now we're here, it's much, much different. A lot of new players, a lot of new coaching staff and admin staff. So there's been a lot of turnover. We keep making the steps forward, and you can see this place is getting built around us, and it's improving day by day. But having your own base and training pitch like this has been just excellent. So this is a top game for us at this stage of pre-season, and we're going to go out there and enjoy it.
A lot of the teams that come and visit here, they still do a lot of their training in secrecy. Is there any opportunity for even yourself to interact, learn with AC Milan?
Well, we've got our own training to focus on, so they're pretty much training the same time as we are, and yeah, it's not normal for you to go to the opposition and watch their training sessions. It doesn't matter who the opposition is. They're focusing on their team, we're focusing on ours, and we're going to approach this game, with the idea of enjoying the experience, but also getting our team gelling together against a top world-class opposition.
Are there any sort of players, staff here that are AC Milan fans? Is there anyone particularly that you've seen as being really excited about the prospect of Thursday night's game?
No, not really, because we're focusing on Wellington. The cup match was an important competition match, and we were focusing on that one. I grew up watching AC Milan like everyone else, and when we were in Serie A. When I was there, we played against them, and so it's the experience of top teams, not just them, and other teams that have come to Australia. It's always a great occasion, but in the context of what we're doing, we're trying to add the building blocks in pre-season, which is a very long pre-season, and this is going to be a very important step for us.
What do you think about the opportunity for the club? When these big teams come to Perth to play the Glory. 25, however many thousand people are there on Thursday night. It's an opportunity for these people that might come to watch AC Milan in their own state to see their team that they might not come out to come and watch all the time. How important is that for the club as an opportunity to try and capture new fans from the state?
It's always important. I mean, you see when the top teams come to Australia, not just Perth, but anywhere in Australia, it's always big crowds and a lot of following. And we obviously want those same fans to come and follow us every week all around Australia in the A-League. And I think, Wrexham was a great example. The fans that were following Wrexham, I think it was 40,000 against Sydney FC. And I think Wolfie after that game said, we need these guys coming every week, and it's the same thing. It's great. We follow world football, but we need and we have to produce the football and the environment and the league for the fans to come out there. But I think you saw against Wrexham, where Wellington and Sydney and Melbourne did very well against them. That we have the quality over the league. We just need the fans to embrace it. This is going to be a great occasion. We want all the fans to come out and enjoy AC Milan, but we also want them to be enjoying the process and the progress that we're making.
Will you try to maintain your regular style against AC Milan, or mindful of the gap in quality? Do you have to play more defensively?
I think the game will play out how it is. I mean, there's this illusion that it's just always a high pressing kind of, it's a high intensity style that we're trying to play. But even against Wellington, we pushed up and we have different heights, and it's the same exactly in world football now. It's not just there's not high, it's just you're all up and down the park. And if you watched AC Milan, sometimes they had possession and they were pinning more Liverpool back, but generally they're comfortable in all the heights, and it's the same thing that we're trying to do. But obviously they've got extreme quality all over the park. Their physical profiles are exceptional. Their physical profiles to play the type of football that they play, which is being able to defend deep but very comfortable, and then transition very quickly. Like Leao, if you watch him up front, is just lightning. The goal he scored against Liverpool is like just a quick counter and just straight into the box and scored. With Van Dijk defending him, and probably thought he was defending him well, but he still scored. So that's the quality. But this is an occasion for all the players to relish playing the top of the world, and seeing how we can match them.
What do you mentioned you've coached against the line before. What do you remember of that occasion?
Yeah, it was at the San Siro, and I thought we got into the game very well, but very quickly one chance and they were able to score. It's like even when there wasn't the feeling that there was that danger in that game at that moment, but in 1 second they were able to score, and that was a massive stadium, full capacity. So it's funny. I was just saying to the guys, we were playing at a local park here in Perth like a few days ago, and now we're going to play one of the big teams, and that's what football gives you. It's like where we came from was playing as a kid in the local park, but in a split second you can be playing against AC Milan in a match against stars that you never maybe thought you would play against. And I think that's the beauty of football, that it gives you the opportunities to have these moments, and we'll be taking that, obviously with full positive mentality into this game and relishing the experience.
And just quickly as well, what are the plans for pre-season beyond this? Obviously, you're out of the cup now. Have you got any other friendlies lined up against other A-League teams?
In the back end of the pre-season, we have friendlies lined up. Not everything's locked in because everyone's doing the same sort of shuffling around depending on the cup games. But look, our thinking behind it is, you've seen many teams that have gone out in the cup and they've had great pre-seasons and started the A-League well, and that's exactly the way we're approaching it. We've got a lot of work to do, a lot of new players. We still want to bring another couple of players in, so there's a lot of work to do. So this, playing the cup matches so early is always an interesting one because you really don't know where you're at, and I thought, we were at a very good level. Shame we didn't go further, but in 3.5 weeks, it's always a tough one to gauge exactly where you are. I thought the new guys have gelled in perfectly. I think we've got a lot of improvement with the guys coming in, and so for us, the planning of the pre-season is going to be an evolving thing.
Is there any moment from back in your playing days where you got to play an exhibition game against one of the big clubs that stuck with you?
Yeah, well, I played Liverpool when I was in Aberdeen, and I'm the same. I mean, it was just a great occasion, and you watch a lot of these stars, and even when you're playing in Europe, and I was playing in the first league in Scotland, but still you play a team like Liverpool. It's a great occasion, and Steven Gerrard was playing at the time, and there's a lot of good players in there, and so it's great. So I know what the guys are feeling, and I know the guys are going to enjoy the experience. So again, like you said, it's great for Australian football. It's great for the fans here in Perth. Great for the fans in Australia. And hopefully, with these games, bring the fans to then keep coming back for the A-League.
For young players, also, when Glory played West Ham, Optus Stadium, 60,000 people, teenage Daniel Benny, scores a brilliant goal.
Yeah.
Against Wrexham, we've seen kids from Wellington and Sydney FC really steal the show and write headlines in games where all the attention was on Wrexham, and they sort of wrestled the narrative back towards the A-League clubs, and these are kids, and we've seen the history in the recent years of kids doing really good things in our league. Just what is the opportunity like for the players in your squad that people may never heard of before might do something really special on Thursday night? I'm
sure there's a couple of boys in there that are not even going to be aware that they're going to have some time in the AC Milan game. And again, that goes back to the whole thing. You can be in one position in playing in the youth team in the NPL one day, and then next day you're playing some minutes against AC Milan. And again, it's just the beauty of football. Your life can change very quickly, and moments like these, when you don't expect it, can fall in front of you. So I hope they enjoy it. I hope they embrace it, and it's just a great experience for everyone. All good? Okay. Thanks, guys. See you later.